hear that okay?
Live from tonight's special live appearances out somewhere here in Las Vegas. I don't know where they're at. I'm sure they will tell me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Thursday night edition of Vegas Unwrapped. And here they are, Mr. Aaron Phillips and Ricky Cash, everybody. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Bobcat. Thank you so much for that introduction. Yes, we are actually been let loose out of the studio. Phillips and Cash is coming to you live from a spring mixer event that is being hosted by the lead team here at the COBALT Data Centers on West Cheyenne near Buffalo. Over 100 people are expected here tonight, Mr. Cash. And for some reason, Mark Weinberger, who of course is the host of Spotlight on Vegas Business Radio Show, felt that we needed to be here as part of the draw to bring people to this event. What do you got to say about that?
Well, I think it's a tremendous event so far. We've had a chance to see many of the friends of Vegas Unwrapped. And, you know, I'm delighted. It's only about 6 minutes from our house.
And we had good dinner beforehand because there's a great place right in front of where we are. Nice Italian place we always talk about.
Shall we give it a
Sure, give them a plug.
Unplugged, an unwrapped plug?
Go for it.
Sabatino's is the name.
That's right. JPEG is here with us as well, and he joined us for our little dinner thing. So we grabbed a bite to eat. We were here before 6 setting up, and the event started at 6:30. The event will take place till 9 o'clock, which works perfect for us. And you know what's really cool? This is a 35,000 square foot facility of nothing but data. And they're offering tours of the place for those that are coming down tonight.
That's tremendous. Being such a novice in the field of...
Novice? You give yourself too much credit.
Okay, moving right along. Hi, Lois.
Yeah, oh, by the way, I'm glad you reminded me about shout-outs. I have to share this with you. I have a very special shout-out that I have to give. Today at my BCN meeting, there was the director or executive director of a place called the Walter Hoving House, which is a facility for women who are basically trying to get back on the right track. They've had addictions, drugs, they were former prostitutes, whatever. And similar to like a rehab, these ladies go there for a 12-month program. And today we heard not only from Sylvia, the director, but she brought 2 of the current residents. And I heard their stories today, and I told them that if they're listening tonight at about 7 o'clock, that I would give them a special shout out, because to hear their message, where they were, where they came from, to where they've progressed is absolutely awe-inspiring. So I want to give a shout out to both Mackenzie and Debbie, who shared their stories with us today at the BCN meeting. God bless them, and may they continue to stay on track with their recovery.
You know, I think it's great. You know, I like to kid around and always have fun and make things up, but this is the kind of thing that makes you feel good, because there are just too many women out there who've been put into situations where they're desperate and they have to take their matters into their own hands, and then to be able to come out of that and set themselves up for a better life. It is, you're right, it's awe-inspiring.
And if all goes well, hopefully in the month of probably June, we'll have them on the show to talk about the Walter Hoving House, as well as hopefully some of the ladies that they can bring will come down and actually talk to us and visit us on the show. So great message today. I promised them I'd give them a shout out, so I hope they hear it. I gave them a couple of cards, and it was, I mean, I had to give them a standing ovation, and I got the rest of the meeting to stand up to honor them as well. So it was quite the opportunity.
Well, you know, I think that's something that just goes along with the whole concept of Vegas Unwrapped.
Absolutely.
In terms of, you know, giving back to the community and getting people to look at Las Vegas in a different light than they do, because, you know, let's face it, you know, Las Vegas, Sin City, gambling, you know, whatever else the case may be. The fact is that this town, and we've said this how many times before, this town is so community oriented.
Absolutely.
In terms of giving back, and we're so proud to be part of it.
No question.
And this is another thing here tonight. I mean,
Right.
you know, this is not anything to put Vegas Unwrapped in the spotlight.
No.
We're sitting in the corner. I mean, for all due respect, but the fact is that we get a chance to meet some new people and give them the opportunity to talk about their business, and that'll be part of the programming here tonight.
Absolutely, and there's many familiar faces that are friends of Vegas Unwrapped is here tonight. Denise Michaels is here, nursing a sprained ankle, as she just shared with us that her and her husband Ernie are getting ready to go on a European cruise. This Saturday they fly to Miami and then they take off from there. So she's walking around with a little limp, but I see Karen Eastman is here. I see Kathy Rickley across the floor. Of course, Nicole Sharp is here. Danny Vegas has stopped by. So there's a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces, like you said, that hopefully we'll have an opportunity to meet throughout the next couple hours.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to it. And it is. Let's face it, it's nice to be out of the studio. No offense, Bobcat.
Yeah, we love you, Bobcat.
But it's nice to get out of the studio and so that people could, put names to faces.
Absolutely.
Right?
And hopefully we don't disappoint them with the way we look.
So. Based on the spread that they have out here tonight,
Yeah.
Aaron, maybe we had dinner too soon.
Well, maybe, yeah. Looks like food was brought in from Smith's. The lead team looks like they brought in some food from there. But let's talk a little bit more about tonight. We're going to have the president of COBALT Data Centers coming on with us in a little bit. We'll probably have Mark and Nicole jump on and chat with us for a few minutes. Also, I believe we're going to have Heather, Paint Parties by Heather, which is also affiliated with the lead team. We're going to probably do Doing It With Styles tonight. Get it to a little weird. We cannot end a show, no matter where we are, without weird news.
Without some weird news.
Because that would totally disappoint Bobcat. And God knows I wouldn't want to do that because he loves weird news.
I know, and I'm glad we put it back into the show as a regular highlight.
I do have birthdays and dates and history ready just in case if we don't have anybody at the top of the second hour. And usually for those who follow us, we generally digress in the second hour.
Well,
but in this environment, I'm not too sure, Cash.
No, I think we'll have to stay on the up and up.
Yeah, well, I think we'll have to stay pretty consistent. I agree with you. But more and more guests are showing up, more and more business networkers are showing up. That's really what this is about. Jessica Cram.
Oh, look at this.
What's the matter?
He just plugged us in.
Oh,
Great.
Great.
First 10 minutes of this show, it'll just show a picture of us. Good grief.
Jessica Cram, who's a member of the lead team, she's a great photographer. She's here tonight. We have Makeup Eraser here. I see the Office Squad is here.
Did you try to get me erased before?
I did. I asked you. I need a giant eraser so we can get rid of him.
See, I can't.
Can we do that? Yeah,
no,
bring one of those over. Would you?
No
I
respect.
I want the video to at least capture this, because we're going to erase. What's your name, dear?
Angie.
Oh, Angie, I know you, Angie, from Summerlin chapter, right? Okay, I know Angie. Come on in here, real quickly behind us. Come on, real quickly.
First quick interview.
All right, so this is the makeup eraser, John. I don't know if you can get a hold of it. I'll put it on Skype, but I don't think that's going to matter. But it looks like those old pink erasers we used to get in school.
I remember those.
Remember, how many did you go through in a year? Would you ever need one this big?
I knew somebody that used to chew those things.
Chew them?
Chew them right off
gosh.
the end of the pencil.
I hate to say this, but I used to write on the backside some things I needed for tests. I don't know how many else did that. Because then you can erase
Cheater.
it off the eraser. So but
Cheetah,
this is what I was
pumpkin
hoping
eater.
for, is that we
Yeah,
can
very
erase
nice.
you out of the scene. So Angie, tell us real quickly about Makeup Eraser.
So the makeup eraser is a 100% polyester blend cloth, and there is nothing in it. It's just a cloth. And
It's just
all
a
you
cloth,
need,
like
yes,
a chamois.
Yes, for your
ShamWow.
face. So all you need though is warm water to remove all of your makeup.
Oh my God, it's a good thing we're on radio and don't need makeup.
Speak again.
Cash,
It
a little
works
too
on
much rouge tonight.
waterproof makeup too.
Waterproof
so.
makeup. So this is so what does this cloth cost? What is something like this? And how many removals? Is it machine washable? Or?
It's machine washable.
Okay.
So after you use it for a few days, you just throw it in your laundry with your regular wash.
Okay.
The only thing you can't do with it is bleach it.
Okay.
And it'll last you a very long time. So it saves you money in the long run. You don't have to buy makeup removers or put any chemicals on your face or oily makeup removers in your eyes. And all that good stuff. So it's safer for you.
And how long does one cloth? It says here save thousands of dollars, but how many cleanings can you get out of one cloth?
Thousands.
So literally one for life, and you're done.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Cash, how many are you ordering? I've stumped him. I've stumped him.
We're coming out with black ones, so it'll be, better for you gents who don't want the pink cloth.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, look, Cammy will love pink.
Pink is her signature color.
Makeup eraser, folks. There's a little bit of something for everybody in the box. No, good stuff. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's leave one right here.
Okay.
So that if Mr. Cash gets out of hand, I can just erase him from the show.
And it's $20 if you take off with it.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Nice.
No problem.
Nice.
Just bill it to the lead team.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. All right.
Thanks for joining us,
No, I
Angie.
thought this was a neat product. I'll tell you what. I like the packaging. In that old style eraser.
Because it looks like the eraser.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so let's finish with the shout-outs.
Yeah, go ahead, because we only have a couple of minutes before we send it back to Bobcat for our first break already.
Cammy wanted to know, why do I always say hello to Lois first? I'm going to get in trouble for this.
I didn't, and you've already said hello to Lois without saying hello to Cammy.
I know, but I don't know if Cammy's listening. But nevertheless, even if she isn't, if she should have, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yes, you are.
But then again, Lois is in a lot of trouble, too.
Why?
I got a voice message from her today, and she says, I haven't heard from you in 5 days.
Oh, my, 5 days.
So I should, you can't pick up the phone?
Right.
I mean, come
Well,
on,
it's 2
girl.
ways.
What is going on here?
A text message or
I was gonna say I was gonna lay into her tomorrow, but I can't say that because we're on radio.
Yeah, she might be listening.
She might.
So then she'll
very
be
well
expecting to hear from you.
That's right. And the wrath of Rich, Rick, whatever they call me these days.
Well, you're 2 for 1, 2 for 2, just like I am.
Anyway,
All right,
it's been a busy week.
So we got so that was Angie from Makeup Eraser. We've got insurance here. I see jewelry down here, food here. So if you're in the area listening to this and you own a small, if you don't own a business and you want to come down,
if you haven't had dinner yet,
if you haven't had dinner yet, just come on down and you can learn more about photography services and jewelry and mingle with some business folks here in the community. So come on down. We're located at 7710 West Cheyenne Avenue. It's located between Buffalo and Soaring Goals, and it's probably about 100 or so people in here right now.
Sure,
Maybe.
absolutely.
And there's probably some people around the corner. So beautiful facility here. You can actually sign up and take a tour of the facility tonight, and I think that's where half the room went. I think they went to take a tour of what COBALT is all about. So good stuff here, Mr. Cash.
New world.
It's a whole new world.
New world stuff.
You betcha. All right, let's throw it back to the studio. So, Bobcat, I know you're there listening. I'll tell you what, Mr. Bobcat, why don't you take us to a Vegas Unwrapped sports desk and then take us to break.
All the sports, because we've got 3 really important games that have not been settled yet. We hold the sports desk to the next break time we have it ready.
You're the
You
boss.
got it. You
You're
got
the
it.
boss.
Take us to break if you would.
Okay, but before we go to break, there's somebody in the studio that wants to say hi to you guys.
Okay. Who's that? Oh,
It's Bobby Kitty. Hey, it's Bobby Kitty.
She said you boys better behave yourselves and play nice on the road tonight.
Oh, never. It's like letting the inmates out of the asylum when we're out of the studio.
I believe it.
Great.
That's terrific.
Take it a break, guys. Stand by. You're sounding good out there. Have a great hot night. Back out to you, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, Bobcat. We appreciate it. And I guess Bobby Kitty, too. She's holding down the studio. See, we're out of the studio. Bobcat has to bring in reinforcements to help in the studio when you and I are not there.
I think he's training her.
Is that what you think it
I
is?
do think he's training her on the board.
Wow. All right. Joining us now at the microphone here at the event is Heather Weinberger. She owns her own. Well, she does quite a few things, Heather. Besides having to put up with Mark Weinberger, the co-host of Spotlight on Vegas Business, but she does a couple of things. Number one, she owns her own company called Green Leopard Printing, who did these wonderful flyers for us. Okay, and then she's an artiste. Did you know that, Mr. Cash?
No, I did not
She
know
is an
that.
artiste. She hosts paint parties. She's
Really?
that good an artist that she can make you and I paint without numbers.
No chance.
What do you think about that?
I think there's no chance.
That's what I keep saying to her, but she says she can make us paint without numbers and it'll all be good. Hi, Heather.
Hi, how are
you doing?
We're doing very well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
Sure.
Now, I know you just had a paint party this past week, I believe, with the Owls, wasn't it? I saw.
I did have a hoot paint party.
Every paint party has a theme based on what her subject is, what the
Well,
topic
I
is.
got the hoot and the owl
Yes,
part.
yes.
I am.
Not Hooters, it's Hoot and the Owl. I just want to make sure you got that.
I'm alive.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Not dead.
I saw the pictures. I know Nicole was there. Yeah, actually, a good
Sure,
showing of
she
painters.
sure was. Having a hoot.
There you
Not a hooter.
So, so
Okay.
how did you get started doing the paint parties, and when's your next one coming up?
Okay, I've been an artist for many years, in fact almost my whole life. I've painted off and on, done many commissions. I trained in art teaching, so it's kind of a natural progression to start teaching people art and doing it at a paint party. I mean, why not? You know, it works for me.
The trick is you drink a little bit as you paint, and so as you paint, the painting gets better looking.
I'm already in love with the accent.
You didn't say
So
that about
yes.
Mark's accent, I'm sorry to say.
You have a drink, you paint a little bit, you have a few more drinks, and you need to do a little bit of painting after quite a few more drinks.
There you go.
It looks good.
There you go.
I've got some open ones coming up in May, and I'm definitely going to be having a couples one at the beginning of May. Date is to be finally decided, because apparently the date that I chose was a Saturday night, and it's a major boxing championships on, and it seems like
Something
some
about
men.
Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather or something.
Yeah, it seems like some men would rather go do that than paint with their wives. Well, so I will be confirming all dates for May, but there will be a couple of them coming up in May.
And we can look for them, of course, on Facebook.
Absolutely, I always send out invites to anybody that knows me, but it is an open invite, it's a public one, so I try and put it on all the groups. Another thing is I do a lot of private paint parties at people's homes, venues, or other places, and people really enjoy it. You don't need any experience. I really help you out. I make it real easy. Even Aaron and Cash can do this.
I was wondering whether or not you were planning on having an all-men paint party.
That could be an interesting one.
That would be.
Yes,
That
I
would-
find men deviate from the script a lot quicker than women.
That's because our attention span is like this, real small. So
I think so. After an hour, men are like, okay, whatever, let's just get this finished. And the women are still trying to do the details.
give a
Yeah,
website.
it's like going into the store. We go
Right.
in, 10 minutes later, we're out, we
We're
got
out.
what we needed.
Exactly.
That's it. It's like I'm done with the painting now. Okay, website, paintpartynight.com, spelt exactly as the regular spellings are.
There you go.
Thank
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Heather, you're a
Heather.
delight.
you. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Good
Heather, for
evening.
stopping by.
My pleasure.
Heather and her paint parties. I promised her after all these weeks, she does that, and she does them at different locations.
Right on.
But you know, sometimes in the evening during the week, it's real difficult for Robin to be available because of her work schedule. But I promised her if she does one on a Friday night, the chances of the Phillipses and probably the Cashes to get down there, and we'll get John to go with us, escalates, because on a Friday night, you don't have anything to get up for on Saturday.
This is true.
So it works out better. So without any issues, we'll get there eventually to a paint party. Yes.
Did Mark meet Heather in South Africa?
I believe so. We can ask him that. He's sort of walking this way, and then so we'll get him on a little bit later. Let's see. Larissa Slayton is here. She's a member of the lead team that I belong to Friday, and I mention her for a reason, because she's a new advertiser of Vegas Unwrapped.
That's tremendous.
Advanced Business Concepts is the name of her business. Think outsourcing to the nth degree. She does everything from bookkeeping services to new business enrollments to HR support, everything. You name it, Larissa's company does it, so you'll be hearing more from Larissa in the coming weeks.
Well, that's tremendous. This
But-
is good so far. I'm really
Yeah,
enjoying myself.
This is good, as long as the Bobcats are holding down the fort back at the studio, which I know they are. And we'll get to a sports report coming up soon. But we'll see if we can get Mark to get over here, and hopefully Mark will join us, and we'll finish out the segment with Mark Weinberger. We'll get Mark to come around here. He's roaming around making sure.
Here he roams.
He's the host of this event, so he's got to make sure all of his guests are satisfied and
Well, come
and
on,
whatnot.
he's working the room.
I
man.
know he is, and he's turned into a worker bee. Mark Weinberger, the owner and prognosticator of the lead team networking group here.
Prognosticator?
I don't know why that just was the word.
He's
that came out.
prognosticating.
Well, he does. He forecasts that the lead team will continue to grow and be successful.
Well, then you can get away with that.
There you go. See, you think on the fly like that. But he's also hosting this event, but more importantly, he and Nicole host Spotlight on Vegas Business every Monday from 12 to 2 on another network. So looks like the room is filling up. Things look like things are going pretty well tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way the turnout is tonight. Our vendors seem to be happy. We have quite a few vendors here. And yeah, I think it couldn't be better. A lot of people have signed up for the tour of COBALT, so yeah, I don't have any complaints.
We had a very nice conversation with Heather. Did you meet her in South Africa?
Yes, we did. We met in South Africa.
And she's native?
Yes, she was born and raised in South Africa, although she lived in a few other places as well.
Because when I'm listening to her, I'm hearing, British, I'm hearing Australian, and I'm hearing South African. I mean, I'm hearing all the dialects there.
Her father's English, yeah, so...
Watch out for that, Ricky. He's well versed.
Excuse me. So why don't you give a plug to the vendors that we have here so people know what we've got going on?
Sure. First of all, we've got Angie from Posh Products. She does various makeup products and skincare products. Her one top product, which we are going to be raffling off later, is a makeup eraser. So basically just dab this little makeup eraser in some water and your makeup comes off in a matter of seconds. It's actually quite an amazing product. Then we have Dita Clifton from Office Squad. She offers virtual office space. Everything you can do online, QuickBooks, a whole bunch of other stuff. Dita can do that for you. Then we have, I forgot the name of her company, can't see it from this angle. But Deloitte, she also does various skincare products. We have TSIS, Todd Raham from TSIS. He does merchant services. He has excellent rates on his services, but not only that, he provides an excellent personal service. If you have any problems with your merchant services, Todd from our West Valley chapter, he is amazing in terms of getting back to you. I'm sure most people have experienced that. You phone somebody, they don't call you back. Todd calls you back almost instantly if he doesn't answer the phone right away. Then we have Shelter Insurance. They're new. I haven't really met the guy, but I've heard good things about him. So we've got Shelter Insurance here. And we have Michelle McLeod. She does paparazzi jewelry, like $5 jewelry. She does a great thing. She does advertise on our other radio station, which I won't mention at the moment. But I would like to give a shout out to Vegas Unwrapped because they're the ones that actually started us with Spotlight on Vegas Business. They were our original producers when we started with Vegas All Net Radio, and also when we went to KLAV. They were our producers for that show, and they did an excellent job.
Well, we appreciate that, and I don't want you to forget about Jessica sitting back in the corner back there.
Oops, I'm bad. Of course, Jessica Cramp from J. Bray Photography. She's part of our Centennial chapter, and she's offering amazing specials. Only $35 for a headshot at the mixer. So come by. It's 7710 West Cheyenne, COBALT Data Center. Our signs are outside. We'll be here until 9 o'clock. So if you
So will we.
Great.
That's a good thing, because that's when we sign off. So people are taking tours of the facility here. We got people milling around, more people coming. It's only 7:30. There's another hour and a half of this event. So come on down and not only learn about the businesses that are here, but also learn more about the lead team, what being part of that organization can really do. As we can attest to Vegas Unwrapped, because Larissa is a member of the lead team of the same group that I belong to. And of course, getting started with Spotlight on Vegas Business for Vegas Unwrapped, being a member of the lead team has been very successful. So come on down, learn more about the lead team, learn more about what the businesses have to offer, and come on down and we'll give you a shout out on the radio show.
Definitely, you want to meet Mark and Heather and all the good people out here that are giving us quite a nice night.
Absolutely. I look forward to hopefully you guys will come down here.
Unfortunately, the only thing missing is bottled water over there.
Yeah, we'll work on that for the next one.
Oh.
Do they have a vending machine in this building?
We do have bottled water.
Oh, do you?
Fine.
I only see soda over there because you know you need water when you're on the air for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because the water fountain leaves much to be desired in its filtration system.
Let me find out what happened to them. Because
There you go.
I bought 2 cases of water. I'm not sure what happened to them.
I think you better check the
Well, if you
trunk
find
of
them,
your
we'll take a
car,
couple of
right?
bottles over here.
All right, thanks.
All right,
Mark,
thanks,
it's
Mark.
always a pleasure.
We appreciate it. All right, Mark Weinberger, owner of the Lead Team and Spotlight on Vegas Business. All right, we're at the bottom of the hour. Why don't we do this? Bobcat, I got your message that sports is ready. So why don't we send it to a Vegas Unwrapped sports desk and then take us to break? We finally saw our salvation walking in the door, and Heather's carrying in a case of water. Mark actually bought it because they have soda, they have all kinds of stuff over there. But we commented to Mark before that there was no water, and he says, wait a minute, I bought 2 cases of water.
Now I can dump this.
Now Heather's coming in.
This was terrible.
But it's warm water, though. We still have
So
to
we
get a
gotta
cup of
get the
ice.
ice. You get the
right,
cup
we still
of
have to get a
ice.
cup of the ice. So anyway, yep. We see walking to us a gentleman who can give us a run for our money as we head down to the Blue Man Group. It's going to fit right in. I say that to the president and the owner of the company. What a smart guy I am, huh? And you have a business card so we can put you in our file?
Of course I do.
Also so I can properly pronounce your name?
What's
There
so
we
hard
go.
about John Smith?
Jefferson.
Yeah, right.
You prefer Jeff or Jefferson?
Well, Mom and Aunt Laura call me Jefferson, but you can add yourself to that list, but most others call me Jeff.
Then I'll call you Jeff Brown. He is the president of COBALT Data Centers. And on behalf of Lead Team and Mark, want to thank you for hosting this. This is a tremendous facility and an opportunity to not only present your company, but for all these other businesses to come down and learn about COBALT.
Well, we're awfully happy and excited to be a part of an event like this and support the community and small business owners. We're a small business ourselves, and we're struggling to get our name out and develop our brand. And to the extent we can help others do the same, we're happy to participate.
I mean, a small business that has some 35,000 square feet is pretty impressive.
Well, by data center standards, we're right in the mix, of course, but we're a new business, and so in that regards, we're small. But yes, we've got quite an impressive facility here. We've invested quite a bit of money. This is an expensive business to start, but it's necessary and vital. We provide the location for companies to place their critical infrastructure. All the computers that we all rely upon day in and day out reside in important data centers like COBALT's, and it takes a lot of investment to get that business started.
Well, it's certainly an impressive facility. So when did it start?
We founded the company in 2011. Now, in this business, it takes, as I said earlier, quite a bit of money to start a business like this. So a good portion of that time was spent raising capital, selecting our site. Takes many months, if not more than a year, to build and commission a facility like this. So while we were founded in 2011, we didn't really open for business until early 2013. So a little more than 2 years of business operations, and I would say we've got a great reception here in the market and throughout the Western U.S.
Well, I think it's tremendous. We're very familiar with this area. Both Aaron and I live,
Literally around the corner.
5 minutes from here.
Convenient.
So yeah, we like
appreciate
it
the
very, very much.
convenience.
Yeah. How do you get the word out about COBALT?
Well, multiple channels. It is, like a lot of industries, a little close-knit group. So we've retained a lot of great employees who've been in the industry for a great while, and folks and customers follow people they know and people they've done business in the past. So truthfully, that's probably been the foundational effort for getting the COBALT brand out. But we've got all sorts of marketing initiatives out in today's digital world. It's a lot about social media, digital campaigns. We participate in a number of events. And of course, here in Las Vegas, which not only entertainment capital of the world, but the conference and convention capital of the world, there's always a technology-related conference going on. I spend a great deal of time, frankly, down at the Strip, shaking hands and kissing babies with technology conferences that are here in town, and so it's a challenge, like all small businesses, to get our brand out there, but we're making it happen.
I got to imagine, though, the security for your facility, because of the information being so vital, has got to be probably pretty high tech, I would think.
Yeah, generically, our customers invest in us or trust us to provide a couple of things. The first is a secure facility. So unless you're authorized, it's our job to keep you out of here. And that translates into some other things: cybersecurity, digital security. And so yes, we provide a secure facility. Computers don't run without electricity, so that's the other major ingredient that our customers expect us to provide all the time. Doesn't matter if Nevada Energy's having a bad day, we've got to somehow continue to power those servers. The byproduct of electricity, of course, is heat, so one of our big engineering challenges is how do we cool the facility at all times. And then lastly, I think it's connectivity. It's one thing for a company to place all their mission critical applications and infrastructure in a facility like this, but then they need to connect their office, their branch offices, their users, their customers to that. So we work very closely with the carriers, folks like CenturyLink and Cox and Zayo and others that are operating here in Southern Nevada to well connect this facility. And really those are the four fundamental things that our customers are investing in us, but security is definitely paramount.
Wow, just listening to all the things that are going on, what a huge undertaking this is.
I'm sorry?
What a huge undertaking this is.
It is not, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It is a build it and pray they come kind of business model. A lot of upfront money to get this thing started, but if you do it right, and truthfully, it's a little bit like electricity in the Industrial Revolution, where business owners started to realize that electricity was a core ingredient to their business, but they built their own electrical plants. But that didn't make sense, right? So we collapsed it into utility providers that's their job. It's a little bit of a division of labor story. Same thing's starting to happen now with in the data center business. It is mission critical for all companies to always have access to their data, secure it, and have their services running, but that might not be their core competency. So more and more organizations are outsourcing to companies like COBALT, whose purpose in life is to build these facilities and operate these facilities properly. And it's a big undertaking to take that leap of faith and build the business. But each and every day is quite an undertaking, because I know how critical it is for us to do our job each and every day for our customers.
This is fascinating.
I have to ask, thank you, Mark. I have to ask from the energy standpoint, solar usage for energy is obviously big in our city because of how much sun we get. Have you guys considered that for your power?
We have, and truthfully, I can speak a bit on behalf of the industry around the world, right? Data centers are known to be very large consumers of electricity, and in this energy-friendly environment that we all want to participate in, it's a challenge, right? So the industry as a whole is evaluating alternative and renewable sources of energy, and there are some experiments underway, whether it's solar or wind, or there's a variety of things. But at the end of the day, our customers are saying to us, that server's got to be running whether the sun's shining or not.
Right.
It's got to be running whether the wind is blowing or not, whether the tide is coming in or out, doesn't matter. Those servers have to be running. So we're a little reluctant to jump into it until it's tried and true. There's a number of experimental things going on. We've looked at it, we continue to monitor it, and when the trust factor is high enough and the economics make sense, we absolutely will embrace that, because we are a large consumer of electricity.
Interesting.
Sounds great. We have some experience in that area, and that's why I know Aaron asked the question about solar.
Yeah, I've got solar at my home,
So you know it's good.
Personally, I'm doing what I can, but
Are you personally here in Vegas as well? Is this the corporate hub?
this is our corporate office, absolutely. Personally, I live in California at the moment. I've been in the industry for a long time and was lucky enough to be asked to affiliate myself with COBALT, but I've got 2 kids that I've yet to get through high school, and until I get that done, relocating to Nevada we're gonna have to postpone that for a while. But yeah, this is our corporate office. This is our flagship facility. As I said earlier, we've gotten a warm reception in the market, and things are going really well. And I think later this year we might have some interesting expansion announcements that we want to bring forth into the market, and become a bigger company here.
Well, when that happens, one of our mission statements, if you will, is to help the businesses grow. And if we can be of some service in terms of, getting out front of those announcements, please feel free to contact us.
Absolutely.
Well, I have to say, when I did the walkthrough here last week with Mark, Tom was with us, and he was kind of sharing with us. So I have a little scoop information about the future may hold regarding this part of the facility that we're in right now. But when it comes to fruition, Cash is 100% correct. Whatever we can do to help market and promote it, please let us know. We'd love to support letting the community know. Now, you guys also do tours of the facility here as well, right?
We do. It can be a very technical thing, so if you're not interested in the technology, then it might not be so fascinating to you. But we regularly do tours, not only for prospective customers, but we do it for students and folks. I mean, this is one way in which I characterize my career to my mom, for example. She's trying to become cloud literate, right? It's all up in the cloud, right? And I say yes, but
we just had that conversation earlier.
But the cloud has 4 walls, and the cloud is a data center, much like COBALT. That's where your email resides, and your health records reside, and your airline tickets reside, and so forth. So it is fascinating, even for the non-technology people, to know that the dependency they have in the palm of their hand is connecting back to a facility like COBALT.
No question. Listen, Jeff, we appreciate you taking a few minutes away from greeting with everybody and your staff to let our audience know more about COBALT and how a great company like yours lives and exists here in Vegas, because businesses like yours is what's also going to help sustain our economy and help sustain our people here in Las Vegas. And we appreciate that you have invested here in Vegas. And I think that also says a lot about you as a company in our city, about how we can support such companies like yours.
Yeah, well, thank you for all you guys are doing to help promote small businesses here in Southern Nevada. It's terrific.
We appreciate it. Mr. Cash, any final thoughts with Jeff?
Looking forward to talking with you again.
Yeah,
there you go.
Sounds
terrific.
great.
Thanks,
all right,
fellas.
Bobcat, we're going to throw it back to you, and then when we come back on the other side of the break, we got a special Doing It With Styles coming up. So Bobcat, Bobby Kitty, take it away.
Cool.
All right, thank you, Bobcat. We appreciate you guys holding down the fort for us. Right now in the background, I don't know if you can hear it, but the vendors are being introduced by the event coordinator, so hopefully you can still hear us pretty clear. But joining us now at our table, at our Command Central, that sounded official, didn't it? I like that. Command Central, our remote central location, is Emil and Victoria, and they are the owners of a new Pilates place that's going to be opening up next month called Club Pilates of Las Vegas. And I know through Nicole, our good friend, there's a ribbon cutting ceremony scheduled for May 12th to launch these guys. So welcome, and thank you for taking a few minutes out of the event tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks
So
for having us.
is this your first, tell us about your background and how you guys got started with Pilates and why this is the business that you're moving forward with.
Previously we've been in completely different industry, and we were in transportation, and now after we get out the transportation, we were looking for different industries, and we picked up fitness, which is Pilates, which is a very old passion of mine and Victoria's as well. And now we own Club Pilates in Las Vegas. And Victoria, want to add something?
Well, of course, when do I not want to add something? We picked Las Vegas just because this is the place to be. Pilates is something that is close to our heart, to bring it to the masses. Pilates has been a luxury item for many, many people in the past, and our quality of Pilates and our price point is amazing. And so we decided we'll start in Las Vegas, where there's a lot of young people, a lot of people retiring that may be needing that health benefit, and also they have time on their hands if they're retiring. So we're here.
Now over the last, I would say 10 years, yoga and Pilates has really seemed to be taking over the landscape of exercise. Is that a fair statement? And why do you think the popularity of Pilates has escalated over the last couple of years?
In my opinion, Pilates has escalated because we are sitting more and more behind a desk in front of a computer, and our back and neck is suffering. So what Pilates does, it works those small muscles that traditional working out by lifting weights and so on does not address. So your core becomes very weak if you don't take care of it. Pilates stretches it in a very gentle way, in a safe way, and you become upright and your back is straight again and your spine. And as long as your spine moves, you're alive and young. And you can be 45 years old, and if your spine is not moving, then you're pretty much close to death.
Well, it seems to me that Pilates could be something that would benefit all ages.
Yes, indeed. Pilates actually, our clients is pretty much everyone who moves from 18 and
To 80.
80. I mean, because right now even people in their 70s in a great shape that can do Pilates. And Pilates, as Victoria said, was invented by Joseph Pilates earlier as a restorative exercise, and lately was involved in the sets of exercise, which is right now as a part of the fitness industry. But again, it has a very big benefit of like a restorative exercise for people, and that's one of the biggest popularity effect that Pilates carries.
And just to come back a little bit to our grand opening on May 12th, we had a very soft opening on March 1st, and we have over 100 clients already that are coming back on daily basis. So we are very thankful for Las Vegas to welcome us with such great response. We would love to see everyone on May 12th from 6 p.m. for our ribbon cutting ceremony at 8665 West Flamingo Road, Suite 118. You can't miss us. We're going to make a lot of noise in that parking lot. So we will see you there. See us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, and go to the Book Now tab to look at our schedule.
She just did her own commercial. That's She's good with this. ClubPilatesStudio.com is the website. And you can learn more. Maybe I'm going to be out of town, but maybe you can get over there on the 12th.
I'd certainly like to.
You and JPEG can get over there.
We would love to have you guys.
Maybe some of our other show hosts, and come on down.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, we thank you for taking a few minutes. We're right up against the top of the hour break. Good luck with everything. And after this event is cleared and the dust settles, we'd love the opportunity to sit down with you to see what we can do to help promote your business as well. So hopefully we'll have some good conversation about that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, Bobcat. Okay, we still have a couple of minutes. We thank you for stopping. Anything else from you before we go to the top of the break?
No, I mean, once again, I'm really pleased to be here tonight.
This is great.
We're meeting some great people.
Did you check out the food yet?
No, I just had, yes, I grabbed a little piece of watermelon.
I saw that.
You did.
And the ice.
Yeah, well, I had
That's.
to
I
take
know
care of
why
my
you.
body.
I know really why you went over there.
Yes, I wanted
To get ice.
The scenery. It's great out.
Jeez.
Hey,
Now
you know,
he's 70. Can you do anything with him?
Absolutely.
He's in great shape. Actually, he's going to be a great addition to our studio.
Did you say great shape in the same sentence as Ricky Cash?
I
Look at him. He's moving. He's great.
This will last for a while.
Yes, we're going to get him even better.
I love it. I'll be there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness.
That'll go along with my aquatic aerobics.
There we go.
Yeah, you can do Pilates while you're in the pool sinking.
Yeah, we need testimony, new testimony. So
There you
we
go.
definitely would love to.
That's great. I'll certainly check it out.
Bobcat, you have to be here to believe this, but Emil just said Ricky Cash is in pretty good shape. You believe that?
He looks great sitting.
Oh, he looks great sitting. We finally got the real meaning of what
I
he
haven't
meant.
seen him moving yet.
Oh, that you don't want to say.
No, that's horrifying to see him move. No, listen, we thank you. Good luck with the store. Good luck with everything. We appreciate it with the facility. And maybe we can get Cash and our videographer guy out there on the 12th. I'm going to be back east celebrating twin graduations from college.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's where I'll be. Anyway, listen, we're going to throw it back to the studio a little bit early. Bobcat, you and Bobby Kitty can take it to the top of the hour for us, if you would, please. All right, wow. We got the introduction. JPEG, without further ado, in front of the camera is now time for this week's Doing It With Styles with JPEG himself. Take it away.
Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
This week's Doing It With Styles award is really a very special award for all three of us and everyone at KLAB and VANR. I think everyone knows the voice, and for that reason, this week's Doing It With Styles Award is going to our very own John Lindquist.
The voice.
The voice.
The voice of
VNR and KLAB. If you've listened to this station at all, you've heard his voice 833 times a day. And tomorrow is his last day.
No.
He's venturing out
say
onto
it
his
is.
own. He is going to take over this town. So first thing tomorrow morning, I got to make sure I get by the studio and drop this off in his production room so that he gets it and can take it with him. And John, we'd like to thank you for all that you've done for Vegas Unwrapped, for KLAV, for VANR, and we're looking for some really great things coming out of your new venture. So thank you all, and thank you all back in the studio.
All right. Sounds good. All right. All right, thank you, Bobcat, for doing the in and out music. That was a good one. I mean, for John, well deserved.
There's no question about it. The sounds of many of the promos that you hear, the commercials, just the stuff that he's done. It's the most professional sound that I've heard on radio in the years that I've been around it.
And you know what? The best thing that when the 2 years that we've been there so far, Cash, when we need a commercial done, I give him poetic license to do it, what he needs to do, and once we get the scripting done, and I can't think of any time, and I mean any time in 2 years, for all the shows and promos we've done, that I've ever had to say to John, we need to change something, because he's nailed it each and every time. So his venture, what he's going to go out to do, I mean, he's going to be wildly successful.
I'm sure he is, and of course, every now and then, if we can snag him for a couple of the new things that we have going on, certainly like to have at least the opportunity.
No question. All right, so John Lindquist, congratulations. We're going to miss you around the set. And now, John, go back behind the camera.
Aye, aye, sir.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right.
John's doing, I want to tell you, JPEG's doing a real good job of keeping people from walking in front.
I know, that's
We've had a
amazing.
couple of people that really almost pulled a Jimmy Mullador on us.
I'll tell you what, there's only one person, and not for bad reasons. There would have been one person I wouldn't have mind seeing trip over the wire.
There's no question about it.
I'll leave it at that.
Yes, of course. A little stumble and fall would have been quite appropriate.
We are digressing here, Bobcat.
Well, it's second hour.
We are coming to you from the COBALT Data Centers on West Cheyenne Avenue here in Las Vegas. It is the site of the Lead Team Spring Mixer. There's about 7 or 8 vendors here, a couple of hundred people milling around, taking tours of the facility like Jeff was talking about. So JPEG's could probably scan the room, but unfortunately most everybody's on the second wave of the tour of the facility, but there's people chatting. They just had the raffle prizes. I actually see some of the vendors starting to straighten up their tables a little bit as we're getting there, but we're here till 9 o'clock.
Hey, we're doing our show, baby.
Whether 500 people are here or whether 5 people are here, we are actually going to be here till 9 o'clock until we shut down and call it a week. So what else is on your mind, Mr. Cash, for tonight? What do you think?
Sally.
Excuse me?
Sally.
Sally Ride?
No, whoa. No, the service here is just terrific, and Sally has been in charge.
Oh, is that her name?
Yes.
Gotcha. I see. I gotcha. Hey, by the way, did you see the posts I've been putting out on the Vegas Unwrapped fan page, some of the stories? Did you know that only 12% of the travelers who come to Vegas come to gamble? Only 12%.
Yes, I did see that one.
That surprises me.
Well, because you remember back in the days of timeshare when we were finishing up there, gambling had dropped to 4th place on the reasons why people went to Vegas. Number 1 was the entertainment and the food.
Right.
Number 2 was, believe it or not, and it was just just starting to go, and that was hanging out at the pools.
Right, eating.
Yeah, because you know, the pool thing is just so huge now. I mean, it goes 6 full months, and I mean they hire thousands of people to do what's considered the best job in the country.
Yeah, but what you got to remember is the people that come to Las Vegas lie about why they come to Las Vegas. No, I just read the articles.
And of course, that's because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's
All right,
why.
Stop the music. Come
Hold
on around.
Careful. You
Come
gotta
on around. We're on
are
the air,
live
girl.
on the radio right now.
Yeah, so come on around.
So what did you win? I heard you won something.
So excited.
No,
Pick up the radio,
over
so
here.
Come on around.
Over here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're around here. Kathy Rickley, the queen of networking, is here. Now, not only with Sensi, but now she's gotten herself involved with a company called Send Out Cards.
Absolutely.
Which I am familiar with because I
And
too
I am
am a
too.
Send Out Cards member.
I know,
And
I am.
also someone we were involved with many years ago when we were in that phone company business. He's also very much involved in
Oh,
this.
no way.
Yes.
You know, it's the relationship marketer's dream. It's the networkers and relationship marketer's dream. It really is, because that's all it is. The foundation is building relationships, and we have a fabulous tool that helps you do that. And I'm so excited because I won the makeup eraser. So I want to thank Angie for that. Do we have it?
We have one for Cash right here on the
Do you?
table. We
Cash.
figure, you know, he knows I'm trying to replace him. So I figure if I erase him, I could expedite and move the situation along.
You know,
So-
they say the harder you rub it, like rubs everything. You can like disappear if you keep rubbing hard enough with this thing.
Or it'll turn into a suitcase.
Well, God. Will that actually work for the midsection if you keep rubbing
You
it
know,
hard? Will
I
it
was just gonna
disappear?
say that. I was
Oh
just
my
gonna say that.
gosh.
I don't know about
Anyway,
that.
so when you come to networking event, because you are considered like the networking queen around town. But when you come to an event like this, where you've got vendors and you've got business people at it, what do you look to accomplish when you come to an event like this?
I look to see who I can connect to provide valuable relationships between my networkers. This is why I am your go-to gal. You know, KathyConnects.com. Haha. So
Oh.
You do that, yeah. So I look to see who I can connect during the night. I connected a couple of people tonight that didn't know each other. They've exchanged cards. Ooh, you know, they're actually going to see each other for a coffee date. So that if something, that's fantastic. And
That's great.
and what happens to me is I'm the one that they remember. How did you meet? How did you meet? Oh, Kathy Rickley introduced us. So that's what I like to do.
Well, that's cool. I mean, because a lot of people come to these with different things in mind in terms of what they hope to accomplish and people they hope to meet. And, you know, someone like yourself who's experienced in going to these, I think it's important for people to learn what the value is when it comes to networking events.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to have a plan when you come to network. You have to come network on purpose. You know, look to see who you can provide value to in the room, and they're always going to remember you for that.
This is the one place that I've been involved in network marketing, you know, in various different places where I've lived. This is the only place where people are just not in it to get their own business. You know, they're in it to truly network and pass everything along. And the business that they get is almost a byproduct out of that.
Exactly.
Well, and it's like what you said before about the community aspect of Las Vegas, where we try to help support others within the community on a personal level, on a nonprofit level. But I believe in this town, small businesses are out there to help support each other as well, because we rely on the networking more. You know, we are on video, right?
That's why it's this one.
Okay. It's an important culture because of this town being such a small community.
Absolutely. You know, you just provide value everywhere you go, and people are going to remember you for that. You know, just have a plan, network on purpose. You know, go in with you know, a nice handshake and eye-to-eye contact, and you know, it just all comes back to you. You provide enough people what they want, you're always going to get what you want in the end. I know who said that.
All right, so for Send Out Cards, how do people get in touch with you to learn more?
I kind of plugged that earlier. It's
We'll do it again.
www.KathyConnects.com, and Kathy is spelled CathyConnects, KathyConnects.com.
It took me only, 3 years to get the Kathy spelling correctly?
Yes,
I think
that
you
is
and
for
my
sure.
mother are the only ones that still spell it with a Y.
Yeah.
Well, Cash has an excuse. Your mother shouldn't. I mean, you know.
And you can also find me on Facebook under Kathy Rickley, spelled Rickly. And if you message me and say you saw me on the Vegas Unwrapped show with Ricky Cash and Aaron Phillips, I will send you a card and maybe the best brownies ever.
Oh, you know, you can send that stuff through Send Out Cards.
Yes, can you really?
Yes, you
The
can.
brownies and the cards?
Yes.
You can attach a gift to the cards. You can send brownies. You can send coffee. You can send all kinds of stuff. Gift cards. It's more than just sending out cards.
Yeah, and so
Like Amazon, it's more than just books.
And Kathy Rickley is a Spotlight member of the Ricky Cash fan club.
I
That's
am.
right. right.
You know, basically, I'll just tell you real quick so you can equivalate. If you have a Costco member, or sorry, I should say, what send out cards is doing is what Amazon did to books, what Netflix has done to movies, and what iTunes has done to music. It's collapsing an inefficiency in the marketplace. So you can just pick out your card, make it personal, put pictures in it, put an address in it, put a gift in it, and click, and the company will stuff it, seal it, stamp it, lick it, mail it, and you don't have to do a thing. You can do it from your pajamas, and you say, "Oh crap, I forgot to send Mom her card, and it's not going to get there in time." Do it right from their computer.
I've actually put
I shouldn't have said crap. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're on the internet.
Internet.
I've actually put a photo album together
Yeah.
through Send Out Cards.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's a great site. It's really expanded very well, and you know, I use it to send out thank yous to our sponsors and advertisers and whatnot. So it's a great service.
I have a question for you, Aaron. What does Kathy Rickley and Ricky Cash have in common?
Have in common?
Have in common.
Certainly not good looks. She beat you there 6 ways come Sunday.
Try again.
I don't know what you have in common.
We just shared birthdays. Almost on the same day.
Almost.
On
So
the
you
same
don't
day.
Yours was
birthdays.
Monday,
No,
right?
mine was Saturday. Hers was Monday.
Mine was
Okay,
Tuesday.
right.
I meant
Close
Tuesday.
enough.
I meant Tuesday.
You want to start again?
Yeah. You know what Kathy and Ricky have in
Aries
common?
rules. That's all I got to
That's
say.
right.
Aries
That's right.
rules.
11th and 14th.
That's it.
Your last minute tax deductions is what it really boils down
That's
to.
why no one remembers my birthday. They're so busy getting their taxes in before midnight. All of a sudden, it's the next day. Oh, it was Kathy Rickley's birthday
That's
yesterday.
right. That's
She
right.
gets
That's it.
more belated birthday notices than anybody I know on Facebook.
Not if you use send out cards, because you get a reminder 2
can
weeks ahead of
schedule them,
time
that's
for
right.
every holiday and occasion
There
ever.
you go.
Never
Hey.
forget another special holiday.
You know who's in the audience that we're going to get on here next?
No.
Holly Davis, our new show host for
Oh,
Good
there.
Medicine.
There you go.
So we're going to bring her on after the break. Kathy, it's always good to see us.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, and happy belated birthday.
You too,
Oh,
baby.
look at this.
Mwah.
We're smooching here,
I love you
Bobcat. Oh, my goodness.
Mwah.
Thank you, dear.
All right, mwah. Bye,
All right,
thank
we're going to
you.
send it back to the studio when we come back on the
She's
other
the
side of
best.
the break. New show host Holly Davis happens to be in the house, signing up for her headshots and everything. We're going to put her on the spot once again for a couple
Once
of minutes
again.
to say hello,
Once
and
again.
get used to the microphone and all that other good stuff. Not that she really needs it, because we got an overwhelming response from her coming on the show.
Yeah, I know. It was great.
So, Bobcat, Kitty Bobby, Bobby Kitty, whoever you are back there, take it away. Take us to break, please.
Second hour right now. Vegas Unwrapped, United Vegas AllNetRadio.com. Yours truly, the Bobcat, Bob Kitty back in control room 3A. Well, Jay Bank, Aaron Phillips, and Ricky Cash are out at the Great Business Mixer. Gentlemen, it's right back to you.
All right, thank you guys. Back at the studio, Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG on the camera, Bobcat and Bobby Kitty back in the studio. Now joining us is someone who you'll be hearing more on a regular basis starting May 7th at 11 a.m. Someone we've just had on our show, but we're excited to have her part of the team and hosting her own show. Ms. Holly Davis from a show that she's going to call Good Medicine joins us as she's been schmoozing around here. I know she signed up for some headshot pictures tonight with Jessica. So welcome. Nice to see you tonight.
Thank you. It's exciting being here, fellas. What a hot night in Las Vegas.
Only in Vegas, I'll tell you that much. for
Happy to
sure.
be here.
So, what brings you down tonight? Did you just come down to sign up for the photography thing?
You know, that and of course to see you guys.
Oh, wow. Scoring points with
Buttering
the
up-
producers.
buttering up.
With the producers.
JPEG especially. I mean,
Oh, JPEG.
Oh,
Oh.
JPEG's even getting a
Just
plug.
made his day.
Oh my lordy.
you know, you guys, wherever you guys go, it's a party. That's why I'm here.
She's found out about us.
What?
No,
Is that a kiss mark on your face?
Yeah, Kathy
Yeah, he
Rickley.
does.
Kathy
He
Rickley
does.
got us. Kathy Rickley got us. So yeah. So you excited about your show?
I am so excited. This is something that I have. It's not that I really wanted to do and I dreamt of doing this. It's just something that once it's fulfilled, it's just one of those things that you go, wow, this is really cool what I'm doing. And everybody that you talk to goes, wow, that's really cool what you're doing. So I don't know how I stepped into this. It was serendipitous.
You can blame Nicole.
Nicole, and I do appreciate I just saw her.
Yes, she was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but
No,
we were
I
supposed to
saw
get
I
her on
saw
the
her
air
leave.
before.
I saw her leave.
She did
Did
leave.
you shoo her away?
No, I didn't. In fact, I tried to get her attention, but she was drifting off.
She was yelling at me about me being upset that she changed her hair color. Did you give her the message, by the way?
You know what? I did not. However, I thought it looked really great. I just thought
Tonight
was
it looked very
amazing.
nice.
That's cool.
I told her
like
it looked very nice. I'm partial
Are
to
you,
red.
are you jumping off the wagon now and you're supporting a brunette color?
I'm going to support her.
She
I'm not
actually-
talking to you. I'm talking to Holly.
She
Holly
act-
was in my corner.
She actually has streaks of red still, so it's fine. There's still some red.
But it's not the same. You know, I mean, does Greta Garbo change her hair color with streaks? I mean, come on.
You want it to be fire, rocket, red, glare, red?
No, not like cherry red. Like what she had was, and even though it was not her natural color.
He's whining.
Sometimes
he
when you
so
go,
whining.
He is, man.
when you go with
madness.
unnatural colors, sometimes they don't look good. But on her, she did it
distraught.
very well.
So-
I lost sleep that night when she posted it.
So tonight's message is go with a natural color, please. Okay, go with a natural color, whatever you do, even if it hurts you, and even to the
Right.
point of self-harm. Just go with a natural hair color.
I might have to talk to a counselor about this obsession. Right. So,
Oh,
Is
well,
that
my
your professional
professional
opinion?
advice
I'd be
is,
afraid.
Get a life.
I like that. No, just go with what you like. You'll never go wrong if you just go with what you like.
absolutely.
So tell us a little bit more about your show.
The show is going to be called Good Medicine. I am a clinical professional counselor intern, and the program Good Medicine, I'm not giving medical advice, just so you know. I just give advice like I just gave you. Go with what feels good, that is healthy parameters. Really, the show is about anything that's good. It's my slogan is good medicine where all good things flow, and so what that means is we're going to take a holistic approach. A holistic approach is medical, not necessarily medical, but physical, emotional, mental things that make us healthy. So it could be anything from what your hair color is or is not. It could be how you do self-care. It could be about education and treatment of depression and anxiety, whatever it is that ails you. But the main thing that we're focusing on is what are the things that make us healthy as a culture, and what are the things that don't.
Well, there's no question about it that education for this and the next generation will determine the health of the world, because with the overcrowding and the population booming everywhere, this is going to be a big issue 10, 20, 30 years down the road.
I agree. And I want to just ask something. What do you think? Overall, do you think that culture now is healthy? Do you think we're healthy as a culture? In every aspect?
I think there are certain, if we're going to break it into countries, I think there are certain countries that are much more healthy than here we are in the U.S. The Scandinavian countries are like eons ahead of us in terms of health and good medicine, if you will.
I agree.
But, we have a long way to go.
I agree. Just little things like taking vacations, taking breaks, taking naps, drinking water, things like that,
Well, Phillips and I are both big nappers.
Good.
What I need to do is we need to send it back to the studio.
All right.
Because they need to corral the signal.
All right.
All right. So I don't mean to cut time short with you, but I want to make sure that our signal gets picked back up. So I'm going to throw it back to the studio to go to break and have Bobcat and Bobby Kitty check the signal. So we're going to throw
Sounds
it back
good.
to you at the studio.
Very good. Back for the final 30 minutes. Phillips Cash, the live picture out there. Having a good time. Here we go, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, Bobcat and Kitty Bobby. We appreciate it holding down the fort in the studio. Folks, I just want to mention that if you're listening to us on the live stream, that as the night progresses, for some reason, the Skype signal and the internet signal is starting to give us a little problem. So we are ready to convert to phones if we have to, Mr. Cash, to finish up the show.
If necessary.
Or if we completely bombs, we'll just let Bobcat and Bobby Kitty finish up the show for us, and they can do whatever they want for whatever time is remaining. Joining us now here at Command Central at the Lead Team Spring Mixer at the COBALT Data Centers is Jimmy Bowers, who's also a member of the Lead Team with his company BizVid. How are you, Jimmy?
I'm doing great. Doing good.
Why don't you tell our listening audience a little bit about what you do and what your company's all about?
Okay. Am I speaking into here? Or
You're
is this
speaking
one?
right into ours.
Right into there. Okay, great. The company's called BizVid. We're a video production company. We film, produce, and edit professional videos specializing in businesses. So we produce primarily short 30 to 45 second videos where the businesses can put that on their website, and they can also put it on YouTube. We put it on Twitter and on Facebook, and we just get it in front of about 10 to 20,000 people within a very short period of time, about 2 weeks. So it's a great way for a business to advertise is through video. It's one of the fastest forms of growing forms of advertising right now is video production online.
No question, as we kind of dabble in a little bit of that through posting our shows up on YouTube and offer, some video services to companies that want to do 60 to 90 second like messages of the day sort of thing. So I agree wholeheartedly with you. The key is with the videos and the strength of YouTube and everything else that's out there is really what's making the video services so critical today.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I used to. I've been doing video for 7 years. Prior to that, I was in the printing industry. So I had a printing company. Was in printing for, over 15 years, and it's changed quite a lot. I mean, for what we can do in video, we would do like postcard mailings, and those were effective in the 80s and 90s. If you did a postcard mailing of, say, 50,000 postcards to a certain geographical location, you may get about a 3%, in the 80s, maybe even a 5% return on that, but that's not happening now. I mean, people just throw junk mail away. They really don't. Plus, it's expensive. If you're doing a 50,000 postcard mailer, you're going to spend about $11,500 to $12,000 just in the postage alone. Plus, you have your print costs, which is about $3,500, and then you have to buy the mailing list and the graphic design. So you're looking at about $16,000. What we do in video for under $1,000, and sometimes even as low as $500, we can get that same amount and even a larger reach, because you're not just going to a certain geographical location in a zip code, but anybody that has a computer or a mobile device can see that video, and they can see it on Facebook, they can see it on the website, and it also helps with search engine optimization as well too.
Cash?
It sounds like, the video is, again, it's like everything else now. Everything is future oriented. People are looking ahead to make decisions that are going to help, a wide majority of the people out there, increasing their businesses, getting their names out there. That's the way business grows now. It's internet, it's video, it's all these high-end communication skills.
Absolutely, and it wasn't that long ago, even 10 years ago, if a company wanted to do a video for their business, they would spend about $10,000, but the prices have come way down. We have entry-level videos under $200 for a business, and they're professional videos. We will have somebody, a representative from the business, that can talk about what their products and services are, and we also have B-roll, and we edit it and we make it look really nice. So prices have come down. Even video cameras, that HD video camera that would have cost $100,000 about 15 years ago, are a lot less expensive now, and so is the editing software.
It must be because John can afford to buy some of those.
Jimmy, real quickly, give a website, give how people can contact you. I'm getting some info from the studio that our signal's cracking up a little bit, so let's get that out before too long.
Okay, yes, they can get a hold of us. The company is called BizVid, which is short for business video, BIZVID. The website is bizvid.com, and it's a very easy phone number, 702-550-1000. So it's 550-1000.
Jimmy, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to stop by. We appreciate the opportunity to talk with you and sharing your business with our listeners.
Thank you so much. It was great being here.
All right, that was Jimmy Bowers from BizVid. We're gonna make a little change here because apparently Skype is giving the internet, or the internet's giving Skype some issues. So we're gonna call into the studio here, and we're gonna finish the show on cells. So Cash, if you could call into the studio, can you hear us, Bobcat? Okay.